Okay, we'll proceed with tables then. Okay, so yes, I like I already told you, we will try building a custom application like from end to end. How I mean like how it works on the backend. We will also create submitting the request from the portal as well within the same application, and we will work upon the notification on the same application, like end to end, whatever it is, we will work on that application itself, so that whenever I try comparing the custom application with incident, you will get familiarized with both the modules, the incident and the custom app as well. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So now coming to tables, I just want to let you know, like Vanshika, you had queries around the tables, right?
Yeah.
Like you were saying that it's quite a bit confusing. So I mean like, where were you actually confused?
Uh, See, yesterday I asked you something on this.
That's the custom, you have the custom name is populated, auto populated, would it always be with you?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, that's always with you. Any table, like I said yesterday itself, any table that you create custom, that is by us, that we newly create, that is not there in the space system. That's custom table. And any fields, no matter what, even if I create a field in ServiceNow, I'm sorry, in incident table, and that was not part of the base system, so that
That
will
is auto.
also be as custom field. No, no,
Okay.
custom field. No,
Okay.
even in incident, I can create custom fields. Okay. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I just wanted to take, before we create any table, let me take you through what's there in incident. And then when we are creating something new, it'll become a revision session. So you
Easy.
don't get
Mm-hmm.
surprised, So,
Okay.
okay, now I'll open incident. See, if one more thing that I just wanted to let you know, guys, is that I told you, right? See, incident, problem, change, these tables will always be extended by the task table. Do you see something called extends table?
Right. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yes. So this will, yeah, this will extend task table. If you just see that help text itself, it says, see, table, this table inherits field from the task table. I told you, right, whenever you create any table, and when you try inheriting that from the task table, there are list of fields that will already get created in your newly created table. You need not go ahead and explicitly create those fields. Okay.
So under task,
Yeah.
it will be automatically created.
Sorry.
Under
Sorry.
task, it will be automatically created.
No, not under task, it would be automatically created. Under incident, it would be automatically created. Now, let's suppose this is the parent table. Okay. What will happen? Now, whenever I create a table, I'll say that I want to extend the task table. The purpose of extending the task table is because there are collection of fields already that is existing in the task table. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me probably create a table that is okay. No worries. You can create a number of tables in your instance.
Only this means like we are using the task table fields and we are creating something to the task table, right? Yeah, yeah. What I'm saying is here we are using the fields from the task table by using the fields by creating new fields, right? Extending means like we are inheriting the fields from the task table and we are creating some more additionally for our
Exactly.
requirement.
Exactly. Because see, if you've noticed in incident table, let me just show you. Uh, so you guys get familiarized as to what is extended. See, there is always a timestamp like when the incident will get created, when the request has been created. There is always that timestamp, right? Without that, you will not be able to identify when it has been created, right?
Yes, yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this form layout, I'll let you know how we even configure form layout. But before that, I want to get some fields. So
So, Pavni, the options which are in green color, this is only for developer, right?
No, these are reference fields. Yeah, that's what. See, today what I'm going to do is first let's create a new table. We will not go about custom table, nothing as such. We'll create a new table. I'll show you how the fields we have. Then how we will edit the list. Then specifically, I want to take you through the incident, the form itself. What are all the fields we have? What are all the properties? What are all the elements we have in form? Then when we create a new application or new stuffs, right? You'd be able to relate to it. Yeah. So
Right,
let me
okay.
just get this under what. Okay. See, these are all task extended fields. I mean, like these fields, right? These fields are coming from the task table. We explicitly this was not created for the incident table at all. Okay, even the state, impact, urgency, priority, assignment group, assigned to, even caller came from the task table. Okay, so any request you create, anything you create, isn't it necessary for us to have all of these details?
Yes.
Right? So I mean, like, it's again, like, from maintenance perspective, why again we would go ahead and try creating specific fields for the specific levels we create. Instead, if we extend the task table, we will get collection of fields that are already being created, right? Right. Now, let me just tell you, like, as per yesterday's, and let me just create like access list as a table, right? See, the name of the table will auto-populate always, Vanshika. So it is always you for the table we create and for the fields again we create. Okay. So now I want to say the extends table, superclass. So I want to extend which table here?
Task
The task
table.
table. Yeah, right. Now, if I say don't create a module, the reason I took you through module is because if I say don't create a module, what will happen, you know? See, under incident, what will happen, the table will get created. Now if I say here, you likewise, what I'm saying, accessory list will get created as a table. But when I say don't create any module, what will happen, I will not be able to see anything under this. Like, I'll not be able to create any modules under this. So that in turn, we will not be able to segregate the records under that table itself. Okay.
Okay, so these options, create new, assign to me, open, everything will come under, I mean, in incident, right? Or
Correct. Likewise, whatever I'm going to create specifically for accessory list will come under accessory list. But
right, right.
provided I should say, okay, go ahead and create the module, right? Mobile module is something different. I mean, like, this is for the mobile interface. Okay. Add module to menu, new menu, new. Probably we'll keep this as accessory list. Okay. Now I'll just control. See here, columns means, like, first thing I'll let you know. In table, incident table, right? Table is collection of records. Like, it will have details about 173 records in different rows. Like, this is one incident, this is one incident, and this is one incident, right? So when in this is table perspective, and this is the list. If you see this itself, this URL itself is telling you that it is the incident tables
incident,
list layout, right?
right?
It's so table is always collection of records, and also they will. It is also termed as rows. Like, if I say in incident table there are 173 rows, so that is nothing but information about 173 incidents, right?
Right.
Correct?
Yep.
Am I confused?
No, no.
Okay. And coming to I mean, like, columns. What are columns? If I say in in the list layout, each field like this created by, contact type, right from everything, each field, if you see number, short description, category, subcategory, each field is termed as column.
Columns,
Okay.
right.
See column options. Each field is termed as column.
Mhm.
Now, what will happen? Now I open this incident. When I open this incident, it will give me about, this is the form now, right? It will give me about information about one incident, right? So this is the form. Understanding?
Yeah.
Now, form will have collection of fields.
Fields.
So from form perspective, these are what?
Fields.
All these are what? Fields, correct. From table perspective, these are what?
Rows and column.
Exactly.
Records.
Rows.
Yeah. Collection of records.
These are rows or records. And what are these?
Columns.
Yeah. So whenever they say, right, you know what, I'm not able to edit this column in the list. So as soon as you should not, I mean, like, there is always, even I have wondered what is column, what is the field that they are saying. So they are telling from the list perspective. If they say I'm not able to edit column, they will say it from the list perspective. If they say I'm not able to edit a field, they are saying it from the form perspective.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Mithun, any queries? I mean, like,
No problem.
are you able to? Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's go ahead and create a table. Now you see, this table has no columns. I haven't created yet. Okay. I just wanted to you guys to see this. Now I've said go ahead and create the uh, table. Now I will click and save. You can hit on submit or you can click and save. Do you see there are 74 fields that have been created from the by extending the task table.
Right.
74 fields, right? So, I mean, all of these fields are not necessary for any application that we build. At least few of them we need, right? Like the created by assignment group, we need comments, we need work notes, we need assigned to person, we need assignment group, right? Correct? So what will happen now? As soon as you create any table, right? There is one role created with this table that you have created already. Okay, what will happen with this role alone? As an admin, I will be able to edit this table. I'll be able to see this table. But for any other user, even for ITIL user, if I give only this role, they will be able to see this table in the backend. Okay. So now, for now, I will make it as admin only. Okay. I'll let you know how this works, or probably if you want to be able to see. Okay. Now let this be as is. What I will do is we will just impersonate and see. Probably if they are able to see something as accessory list. That is the incident manager. I am impersonating as incident manager. Okay. Do you see this? I'm not able to see the table.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Now when I end impersonation, and then I'll just give this role to the IPL user. Okay. So I go to where do I go and give the roles?
Group.
We have to click on that pencil icon, no?
Pencil icon is for editing the module. See this.
Okay, yeah,
See
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's self-explanatory. If you see, if
The
you
role.
are, if even if I'm not familiar with anything, right? I'll just keep a cursor on that and just to see what it says. Okay. So there are about help text in each field as well. So I mean, like, where do I go ahead and give roles?
In group roles.
User roles. Mm,
That is one of the best, I mean, like, one of the primary best practices that we need to follow. It's not by me, it's by Servicenow. Like, they will say, you know, what is the best practice to assign roles to group, or to assign roles to somebody? If it's a bulk user, go to the group and assign, right?
So for a
So you're
single,
correct with it.
so for single user,
For single user, you can go to the user record and give, but I want to be able to give the role to groups, because the main intent is that now I have 50 members, okay, in a group. Directly, let's suppose this is just 7, okay. I have 50 members in a group, and if I want to be able to give them all this specific role, right? This specific role. Do you, I mean, like, do you say that we will have to go and give to all the
no,
users, or do I just put it in the
just to
group?
that group
That's
directly.
correct.
Yeah.
And your perception is also right. What if I wanted to give it to only a single user? In that case, yes, go ahead and give it to only a single user. But if it's for, if the changes is impacting for about, like, I mean, like, same role you have to give for n number of person, then what is the best way that you would choose?
So give it to the group directly.
Yes. So I will edit rules and settlement. This guy has no rules first. I have copy pasted the rule. Okay. See what it will say, adding role to 7 users. If you see, it's 7 users that it is giving. Yeah.
Right.
Now let's impersonate somebody, like, from one of these users. Now do you think they would be able to see this?
They should be able to say this, no?
See?
Right.
Yeah. Okay, they are able to see. So ACLs is one of the main things, like, as soon as you create a table. But before that, I just want to make you guys familiar with all the form layout, list layout, and everything. So this is ACL. Now, application access is nothing but ACLs. See, who all with this role, if I say who all in the system with this role will able to make changes in this table. That's the accessory list table. Okay. Application is access, right? So can read means, yes, he went ahead and he read it, right? Now if I just see, I mean, like, they are just able to read the record. Now if I want to be able to create any new records, right? So what at then? I will have to enable this. If I want to make any changes, like I did for incident, right? Like yesterday we assigned, I mean, like, if I want to be able to change the assignment group or make changes here, so I mean, they should also be able to edit it, right?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Correct. Giving them the right access alone is not sufficient. I mean, create access alone is not sufficient. We should be able to give them the right access as well. So what will happen when after writing, if they are not, sorry, after creating the record, if they are not able to edit any of these fields, right? So that is about can update,
Update
and can
access.
delete record is, yes, can delete is, they can go ahead and even delete the records. Okay.
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 Yes. So anybody with this role, they will be able to go ahead and they will be able to make some changes, make all the possible changes on the table. Now what is they, in some use case scenario, I would want to tell what your client would have said is that, you know what, go ahead and create this. Okay, what is the main thing that I need? If they say I want to be able to create an application, what is the main thing that, like in yesterday's class, I said, what is the main thing, primary thing that we need to do? Any guesses?
We need to
Gathering the
have the
requirements,
sorry.
Sorry, what is it?
like gathering the requirements before creating the
Yes,
application.
yes, correct. But we should be able to store that information somewhere, right? For that custom
Yes, yes.
application itself, we have to store, what is that?
We need to create a table in background so that the data will be
Exactly.
stored.
Yes, that is the main instant, right? Think in this perspective, like, table is just nothing but container, right? Okay. Container
Yeah.
to store the information about some specific application only, right?
Okay.
Here itself,
Yeah.
this this is self-explanatory, right? Like incident itself will have information about incident only. Change will have information about change only. But they're different containers, right? Yeah.
Yes. And Pavani, like
Okay.
as
So
of now, you created
yeah.
as accessory list table, right?
Sorry.
Yeah. As of now, you
Sorry,
created
Madam.
accessory list table, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And how to connect this table to a form?
Yes,
Like,
I'll show that. I'll show that.
yeah.
That's what. So without, that's what I'm saying. See, without this access, right? See, as an admin, see, admin is a super guy in the instance. Okay, he's a super guy. He can go do anything. But from ITIL perspective, see, now only this user role, this the role that even the ITIL should have to create the table. That's why I said, what will this role do? I took you through the application access now. Okay. Now, there is one scenario. Okay, what they say is that, you know what, I create a table, custom table, and all the ITIL users should be able to have read, write, update. Sorry, read, create, update, and delete access. In that case, what you will do? Any guesses?
We need to add the role ITIL
Where?
in the user role where the users can modify this table.
Exactly. Exactly. I will have to add ITIL rule. Oh, okay. One more thing. Why is this? Why is this security constraint?
Access to request page.
Because I have impersonated as this guy only, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I need to impersonate. So admin is always the super guy in the instance. Just keep that in mind. Like
Yeah.
there are, like you. This is better to come across such situations, than me explaining. And if there's an example, live example, we'll put it across. Like it will be easy to connect the dots, right? Okay. Now I want to be able to create an. So I'm just going to put ITIL. See. Yeah. Yes, keep the new rules. I have saved this record. Now, this ITIL person's right. In incident management, I will just go ahead. I just created the group yesterday, right? I will add this role. I'll edit this and I'll add. Probably it's better that I show it once again. Now that I have made changes, what will happen? This guy will lose the access to tables, right? What do you say?
Yeah.
Will he have it yet, or will he lose it?
He will lose it.
He will lose it. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, but still he's able to have this. Why?
Maybe he need to relog in to get the authorization reflected to his end.
No, because this guy is already having ITIL. Remember, we put
Yeah.
ITIL as the access here, right? So what's happening?
Yes.
I gave management group. I went ahead and we gave that user role. Okay. Now I'm just saying that even only ITIL should have. What happens in this group? There is already I mean like ITIL is existing. That role is existing, which is why
Okay.
he's able to see this roles. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's go. I mean like ASL is a different topic alone. ASL is like again tomorrow when we create our applications, I'll put each and every use case so that it will be easy to understand. Any questions you please ask. Stop me right there and ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And we were here, and we were in the accessory tables. Now I am the the integer. So I mean like Midun wanted to ask like where we go ahead and create new records. Do you see? I mean like we go to accessory list. Okay. There we create a new record. I hit on new and I'm creating a new record. Now, do you see this number prefix? Task.
Yes.
Task, it's better that you guys know, I mean like this number prefix, you should have something related to your request type. Now I have request type. Okay, what is that you could probably have? I mean like I mean to make it more similar to accessory request, what do you suggest the number prefix that I have? Do I need to have it as accessory, something as ACC and then this, or do you think task is okay? Because task is like we already have some task table, right?
Yes.
And then when we create catalog item, we will already have some catalog tasks in that as well. So
Okay.
make it more even look distinct, what do you think we can have?
Accessory will be like relatable to
Yeah.
the.
Yes, accessories will be relatable, right? So in application access, auto I when I'm entering, I created the table. Now I didn't like this changes. I don't want it to have tasks. So what I will do is I will come here and I'll do auto numbering. Okay.
Okay.
I'll come here and I'll do the auto numbering. I'm just doing nothing at all. See, it automatically took the prefix. From
Yes.
where it is taking the prefix from the label. Okay. And numbers will always have up to 1,000. Okay. And number of digit that it has is 7. All right.
Okay.
Now, if I see in this table, how many digits are here? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I am not changing anything. I'm just leaving this as is here. Now you see, I'm just saying, okay, go ahead. I want the auto numbering and the prefix should always start with ACC. Again, I am either see. One more thing I want to tell. Either you could, I'll just duplicate this. Either you could, to make the changes on this record, either you could click and save, or you could even click on update it. If I say update it, what will happen is it'll update and it will leave that current page. Okay. Now if you see, it came to this table's record. I don't want this now. So that's why you might be wondering why she could rather do an update, right? Why she was always doing a save, a save, a save. What will happen? Save will save and stay in the same form. But when I say update, what will happen is it will save the changes, but it will go to the previous form. All right.
Okay.
Understanding? Yeah. So now if you see, we have a table. We already tried creating a record, and this is the prefix. Now when we hit a refresh, do you see this? It's auto picking up the. I mean, it's automatically picking up the changes. Correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, once again, let's go ahead and now we will see what would it really do. I want to be able to create a new record, and this is the number prefix. And why it took 3? 1003. It should have taken 1001, right?
Yeah. Last time we had attempted to create the incident. That's why it's whenever we are opening the form, it is
Yeah.
taking the auto generation number.
Yeah, because exactly, because it is we enable the auto numbering. So no matter what, you create the record and you save it or not, even if the record is not present in the system, what it would do, it since the number of attempts that we made or to be able to create on this, I mean to create a record is 3 times, like you said. So that's why it's taking 1003. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, for anything, we will just create a record and we will keep. So this is how you create a record, Mithun. Let's see now in the list layout. See, you have, so what is this? This is the list layout of which table?
Accessory list.
Accessories.
Table. And what is this form? This form is of?
Accessory, right?
Yes, yes. So, so if I would say, what is this then?
This is incident.
Incident listed.
List.
Incident.
Yeah,
And this is
incident list.
incident form.
Incident
Now, is
form.
this relatable? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So since we don't have more number of fields here in this form, I will take incident form as my example, and I will try to explain what are all the fields. Yeah. So and then probably it's better there. So what we'll do is now this is incident list. Uh, See, there is one thing that you can always do if you want to be able. See, if this view, right, there are so many views. If you see, okay, view is nothing but, like, as soon as the user, as soon as even the ITL user, or as soon as any user, like if you see this view, the things, the details that you see on this form is always coming from a view. Like, view will have list of fields. Like, if I am the ITL user, what will happen in that view? They would have created list of fields, same fields they would have just selected and put across, so that the ITL user should be able to see only those fields in this list layout. Okay. Yes. For
Yeah.
me now it is default list layout. Now if I change, see, it's from number to what? Category. Keep in mind. Now if I change the view, like something as major incidents, if I want to change the view, see the I mean the details on the list is somewhat different, right? Child incidents came up, short description came up, assignment group came up, because these are the details. As a major incident, a major incident manager, I want to be able to see on the list. Okay.
Right.
Yes. Now, if I let me go ahead and configure a new view for you guys. List view, workspace new. I'm creating a new view. Okay. This is major incident. So here I'm coming. Don't worry. I'm to first. I want to make you guys familiar with list and then only forms. So I mean, like, you don't get tense, like Esther. She's not letting us know anything about this. But yeah, first we'll go with list and then the form. Okay, we'll do something as test view. Okay. Okay. In test view, this is test view. Okay. In test view, I should be able to see only number to up to priority and probably open by. So if I say, so this is test view. In test view, I have only this selected fields. Available fields are like, what are all the fields available in the incident table? This will give you the list, all the fields that's there in the incident table. Out of those fields, which is the field that you should be able to see when a user selects this test view? Okay.
Okay.
So when you select that, I will click save. Number up to open by. Now here in that incident list view. It's not creating a test field. Why is it not creating? Okay, I'll probably check this and again explain this tomorrow as to why it is not taking. Yeah, but you you understood what's view, right?
Yeah.
If I want to say indicators panel, again the view changes. See, the information that coming up on the list is changed. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And another thing, I mean, like yesterday, Medon asked, like, what? You see, I want to be able to, can we create a default list layout for all the users in the system? Yes, you could go ahead. And how you do that is, I will always click on the header, okay? Click on the header and I will take list control, okay? When I say list control, so I am just making the changes on the list. So what I will do, this is the before that, this is gear icon to personalize. Like as an admin, what I want to do is I want to see like n number of fields in the table. Now, if you see, it's giving me all the list layout, right? Even if the view had a default number of lists present, I am always able to bring the details which I want. Yes, it is editable. And how do you control that? Like, like if an incident user is logging in and the moment they hit in the list layout of the incident, how do you want, I mean, like, what are the number of fields that you want them to see? So in order to do that, what I will do always, whenever you are configuring something, whenever you're wanting to make any changes, you will always hit on this, okay, and click on configure. This is list layout, okay, and this is list calculations. I'll take it through that. Now list control, I want to be able to change the information. I click on list control there. See, he said that I don't want, I mean, like yesterday we gave an example, right? Like, can the users go ahead and always create roles, create, I mean, like even change the uh, incident list, right? Even to be able to make them to see the gear icon. Let me just cross compare and then let you guys know. So I mean, like there are some clients who just want their ITL person to see whatever is available in the list, and they don't want for them to personalize their list. So in such cases, you will always go to list control. In list control, you will always see in that case, what you would do is you will just go ahead and update the role. Now, only for admin, he should be able to see this gear icon. In that case, let me just edit it. So if I put only admin should be able to edit this. So what will happen?
Only the users having admin role can view the settings button in the list.
Exactly.
Other-
Yes. But one thing is, that's what I wanted to say. But one thing is, it is always not advisable. You know why? Because, see, we never know what are all the information that is required by an the ITIL agent even to be able to see. Today it could be today for client perception it could be number two, let's say up to assign to. Okay, but is it not necessary for the for the ITIL person to see what was the impact and urgency of this field, or who even created this, or who when was it even created this? If we just go ahead and restrict them from being those fields, and every time imagine we have only up to here, and now they want to see assign something like who was the caller of the thing. So does it mean that every time they have to go to the record and see? Rather, I mean, from their perspective also, see, we are making things feasible for them only, right? From their
Yes.
perspective also we should think. So that's when
Yeah.
the consulting comes into picture. Always try saying that, I mean, like, this is achievable only, but this is achievable and we can make this again icon to be viewed by only admin. But the impact about it is different, right? I mean,
Yes.
even if I was an agent and I'm working on this, it'll eventually lead me to frustration. I mean, like, why am I not able to see anything here? Why is that specifically I have to go here and find? And then probably imagine if they are working on some notification, some reporting. So we are making their jobs tedious, right? So
Yes.
that's when we should always try to consult. There are some solutions that they are there in the system which is achievable. I mean, like, but you should always see if those changes will not lead to any I mean, feasibility issues. Okay, so this is one
Okay.
of those types. So this was even a requirement, but also this was not a feasible solution, even if the client suggests, is what I would say. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And today, please go ahead and try creating like any number of tables, like at least 5 tables you try creating, see what are all the fields gets extended, see how you could do auto numbering, and try, like I said, you try creating a group, and in group you add few users, and to those few users you try giving the role that you you know when the role that you get when you try to create the table. So you will get familiarized. Okay,
Okay.
just
Okay.
impersonate an user without that role and see if you're able to see, and impersonate an user with that role and see if you're able to see. Okay, and then try creating records and something like that. So you should always get familiarized. See, these are the basic things which we need to know. I mean, like, if we miss on this, I mean, like, see, complex things you can always work, but basic things if you forget, I mean, like, it's always like you have to come back and revise. So which is why I'm asking you guys to revise it and make this much familiar. So in your day-to-day activity, or admin as admin, or even developer, so these are all the basic things they will ask. And one more thing is that yeah, on forms I wanted to go. So is there any questions here in the list layout?
Nothing.
Nothing. So I mean, can we proceed with the others then? Form, or
Yeah. Yeah.
do you want to create some group and add users to it, on roles to it? Do you want me to take you through that again, or are you familiar?
We can do that. I mean, if that's okay.
Now, if you want me to take you through that, I mean, like, I just want to make sure that until so far the topics that we have covered is clear to you guys.
We can do it once.
Okay, you want me to create those ones, the group ones?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can always go by using groups, or you can always go by typing the group rules. Yeah. See, under system securities, user and group was see, this is application menu. Okay, and this is again a module. In that module, you have different modules. That's user, group, role list. Now, if I say, if you see, system security is a application menu, right? You should in application menu you have instance security and all of those things. Under that you have users and groups. Now I go to group. I mean, like, you said that I mean, is it necessary for us to always to be able to remember the table's name? Not necessary, but these groups, roles, and user records. this is something that you use in a day-to-day activity, right? So it's always good to remember is what I would say. Okay, so let's do it. What is the group that we would create? So okay, we'll create something like asset. Okay, asset. I probably believe there's no other. There is no other asset management group in the table, but let's see if the name is matching, it will always give us a the error. So what is the description? This group handles request related to accessories. Okay. We don't know group email. And one more thing, whenever you create a group, right, from the client perspective, I'm saying here you can give any group email, any manager. But when client says go ahead and create a group, be sure to ask if there is no group email and if there is no manager of the group, be sure to ask as to who should be the manager of the group and who should be the group email. Like in our organization also, we would be, I mean, like part of different teams, right? Have you always seen that some, some support with some domain? I mean, like, but all of us are added in that list, in that group list, group email ID. So, yeah, it is always better to ask them if they have not given you the group email and manager. It's always better to ask. Now we will go ahead and create the group. Yes.
Is it kind of something distribution list where
Group.
several members are added in that same
Exactly.
email?
Exactly. It's a group email. Like, I mean, we would have seen, right? Like, if you just mail to something like
For any notification.
support dot, yes,
Yeah.
support dot Vodafone, or maybe let's compare with ourselves only. We would be part of some team, and someone, shoots an email to that group. Aren't each one of us in the team notified about that?
Yeah.
So that group email will have, what is group email? That single email will have list of emails of the team members in that team, right? So that's group email. Okay.
Okay.
Now, first I want to add the group members. So let me add the group members. Probably will add from Andrew. Have you assigned the role?
No, we haven't.
Not yet assigned.
Not yet assigned. Yes, right. So supposingly, if I wanted to assign, okay, I want to assign ITIL role here. Is it okay? Can I go ahead and assign?
Yes.
Is it? See this? Yeah. See, this is asset management group, right?
Yeah, you can, because he works on accessory related task, right? So earlier we had created some table related to accessories that can be
Correct.
accessible with EL role members
Correct.
only.
Correct. If we had not made any changes on that role, if you believe, if you, I mean, if you remember, we made changes on the role, right? That only those users should not be able to see the uh, changes, and then we changed that to ITIL.
Mhm.
So that role went off, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, so if I want to give ITIL, I mean, we should go to the incident manager only, right, Nitin? Am I confusing here?
Little bit confusing here.
Okay. Okay. Now, see, we if we had that role here, now in this group for these members, I want to give ITIL role.
Yes. Okay.
Uh, I mean, like, I mean, no, Mithun, what am I confusing? I think I'm confusing here. Okay, let me just close all of these tabs. One second. Now we had some role here, right? That
Yes.
you accessory list user role, correct? We
Yes.
had
Yes.
that role here, right? So
Yes.
my question, so my intent is now I want to be able to create a group and a user, and with that accessory list role, I want to be I want those users to see this list. So you are correct, but what I am saying is now since this has ITIL, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And I want all of these group members to have the ITIL role, not the accessory list user role.
Okay.
And I want to add the ITIL role here. So is it good for me to add?
Not
Because
understand
we,
the.
sorry,
Not getting the scenario. Like earlier, we had given to the table the role of users having ITL can view the table and modify the table data of the accessories. Now the scenario is these group members uh,
yes,
either want the ITL role or not to view the data, right?
correct. So here, do I give the user role here or do I give them in the incident manager group, incident management group?
Okay, cool. These are the same members which are part of the incident management group.
No, they are not the same members of the incident management group.
We have to give them from here only, right? Where we have
Yes, I
created
mean
the
that's
asset
why.
management here.
Yes, exactly. That's why I wanted to. I mean, like I just wanted to ask you guys if you, if you are familiar. So I give the ITIL role here. So you can. I mean, like, see, there will be two groups. Okay. I mean, like they would have created two groups in our scenario. Since ITIL has access to incident management and the accessory list, but there are scenarios where there will be two groups and the users are different.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, you always assign the role to groups. That's why I was saying that it is the best practice to assign the role to groups. Okay.
And Pawnee, sometimes it can happen
Yes.
that a member can present in multiple groups. A member can present in
Yes.
multiple groups.
That's why we are giving them the roles in part of that group. So what will happen tomorrow? Let's suppose now I'm working on accessory list and incident management. Okay. So I am part of this group, and that's why we are giving role to this group. We are not giving the role to user.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
Whoever is part of this group will get the role. Now tomorrow what will happen is I am moving out of managing the asset list. So what they will do as an admin, so you will always have, we will always have a job to update the groups. So they will say go ahead and remove him from this group.
Okay.
Automatically when you remove some user from this group, what will happen that user will remove, I mean will lose the role also, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
If you remove him from the group, he will remove. I mean, like he will lose the role. So, okay, now your question would be, okay, still the user has the role as ITIL. Why? Because he's part of the incident management group.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So that's why I mean, like try practicing more on roles. Yes,
Okay.
assigning the roles to groups, assigning the roles to users, see how it behaves. Um, I mean, like, I mean, I mean, like, is it understandable? Did it make sense? Like, why I made you a bit confused? Because there are situations where you will get confused. I mean, like, why should I go ahead and specifically give the role to group? That's why I just wanted to. I mean, I sorry about that. I just confused you a bit because that was my intent. I mean, just to make sure
Yeah, yeah.
how
No.
much you understood. Yeah. Okay. So, any questions on these?
Um, Nothing.
Nothing. And yeah, so list layout you're familiar, right? What is list layout and all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
tomorrow we will go through forms. I mean, different types of fields in the forms, and we will create another specific table again. So that is a refresher. So either of you should help me create a table. Yeah, I mean, like we'll see how much we've understood. Okay. And with tables, another main topic is that with tables, I will have to take you through the ACLs. ACLs is access control list. Remember I showed you like who can read, who can create, who can update, who can write. Yes, those ACLs. With that, we will take you through ACLs again. And before that, one other main topic is that I just wanted to make you guys familiar, like, what are all these in the form? In the form, when you see in incident, you're not able to see any buttons, right? So what is that in the form, and what are all these in the form, and what are all the types we can have in the, I mean, like field types we can have in table. If I just go, I mean, like if I just take you through that. So when we are creating new requirement, it will become a revision for you. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Sure, Vanshika. Sure.
Okay. Thanks, Pavni.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thanks. Have a good day. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. See you tomorrow at the same time. Yeah. Bye. Take care.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.